Well, former Columbia Police Captain Dave Navarro is suing Interim Police Chief Ruben Santiago and the city of Columbia.
Navarro claims he was wrongfully fired and claims Santiago committed multiple racketeering acts. Our lead investigator, Jody Barr, is here on the set with us with the lawsuit and reaction from Mayor Steve Benjamin. So, Jody, what is Navarro alleging in this suit?
Well, Ben and Judy, the former captain says his bosses fired him after he refused to carry out 2 separate black ops and then reported those plans to SLED. This suit also claims Interim Chief Santiago took part in multiple acts of racketeering, violating a federal law that targets organized crime bosses. Just before lunch Thursday, a process server armed with a lawsuit walked into the Columbia Police Department to hand it to Interim Police Chief Ruben Santiago. Minutes later, the server delivered a second copy to City Hall, meant for Columbia City Manager Teresa Wilson. Then the server hand-delivered Mayor Steve Benjamin a copy, but Benjamin would not accept it. So the process server left Benjamin's copy on his driver's SUV.
Well, I haven't had a chance to review them. I'm going to, of course, give it to our legal counsel, and we'll see. We'll see how it works out. Jody, we have an active SLED investigation going on right now, and I am just as curious as you and all of your viewers as exactly what that investigation will yield.
The lawsuit is from former police captain Dave Navarro. He's suing his former boss, Ruben Santiago, and other city leaders over his firing. The suit states the reason Santiago fired Navarro was retaliation for refusing to participate in the unlawful schemes to frame Allison Baker and Andre Williams. Navarro says those schemes were known as black ops. One, to plant a stolen gun and drugs in Assistant City Manager Allison Baker's car. The other black ops was to set up Sergeant Andre Williams to end his police career. The second claim in Navarro's suit, he's accused Santiago of putting in place a series of racketeering acts through an obstruction of justice. The first obstruction, the suit points to CPD's arrest of the head of the state's NAACP, Lonnie Randolph, who police say wouldn't pay a dry cleaning bill, then refused to leave the cleaners. The suit claims Santiago went outside his powers and performed a field booking, which kept Randolph from going to jail after police arrested him during the call. Reporters later found out City Manager Teresa Wilson showed up on the scene. Randolph's lawyer says he suffered from a medical condition at the time of the police call. The case prompted Mayor Steve Benjamin to issue a statement after Santiago told reporters he would likely have Randolph's charges dropped.
It's just important that we let politicians do the politicians' work, let administrators do the administrators' work, and let the cops do cop work.
The suit also claims police suppressed a potential drug case after CPD reported finding marijuana inside a home former 5 Points Association Director Merritt McAfee and another woman shared. Police went to the home to investigate a burglary. McAfee told WIS police told her officers found drugs on one of the burglars. McAfee told us she had nothing to do with any drugs at the scene. A drug officer reported in a sworn statement that another officer told him that CPD Captain Shart told the officer to not worry about charging the homeowners. The suit claims CPD commanders stopped the prosecution of the drug find when in fact the officers intended to prosecute, according to the filing. The suit also detailed 3 separate traffic tickets issued to McAfee from CPD officers within the last 11 months. Each ticket, according to city court records, was dismissed. Navarro's racketeering suit claims CPD obstructed justice in dropping the charges. Mayor Benjamin promised once SLED and the FBI finishes their investigation, the city would do the right thing with the findings.
Whatever that result yields, we're going to act on it. If we need to discipline or fire employees, that will be done immediately. If we need to prosecute cases, and we'll prosecute them to the full extent of the law, that's our commitment.
Ruben Santiago and the city manager for an interview to answer questions about the allegations in this lawsuit. The city spokeswoman issued this statement this afternoon. The City of Columbia does not comment on matters regarding pending litigation. The City of Columbia staff will continue to cooperate with a SLED investigation. And Ben and Judy, the city has 30 days to issue an answer to these allegations.
Obviously, there's a lot involved in this lawsuit, but one thing that kind of stood out to me, the case involving Dr. Randolph, how does Navarro have a standing to file any sort of lawsuit involving that case? It even happened after he left the department, right, or after he was fired?
It did. But the attorney is trying to establish that there were racketeering acts that furthered sort of what the RICO statute sees as a criminal enterprise. And in this case, the attorney is saying that Santiago acted outside the scope of his authority when he field booked Lonnie Randolph and did not take him before a judge to have bond set as it would happen to any other citizen in Columbia.
Okay, so again, they have 30 days to respond, and we know you'll keep us up to date. Jody, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Good work.